to Rawls, who seems to be concerned about the way we're spending money right now. You seem to be the council person that was concerned about every penny, right?
Yeah, I'm just being transparent. Personal relationships drive a lot of business in the city in the old ways, and I'm a little worried about that coming back through again. So I want to be careful. I'm also, to be honest with you guys, I'm cautious about who we get into bed with in terms of business.
We heard it. It looks like 10 years written space at BB&T. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that, to be honest.
If the look?
I haven't seen the looks. It's not built. I've seen the concepts. But I'll tell you what's driving me on this is we have some businesses proposed to go there. It's predicated on city having its employment, at least some employment offices there. But also Mr. Payne came to us, our city attorney designee and our current director of community services. He came to us with, as a developer, he strongly recommended that putting some city offices there would benefit economic development more so than we're paying for the lease. I trust his expertise. I got to trust someone. I'm making mistakes if I am discounting everyone but myself. He's proven to me so far to be incredibly intelligent, more qualified than me, smarter than me, more experienced than me. I'm going to take his expertise until I find out it's wrong. So,
you've got wind today that you're moving forward with the lawsuit against the city.
Which lawsuit is that?
About your civil rights being violated.
Where did you hear that from?
Sources all over. Not true?
I don't have anything to say about it.
Anything to it?
I can't say anything about it.
I guess that's no comment.
That's a no comment.
Anything else you want to talk about?
I'm going to keep hustling on the budget. So the next meeting we have, there are a lot of things I want to propose and change. The way I see things is when we're talking about, which essentially is still an 8.8% tax increase on people, we still have a lot of fluffy things in the budget.
Is that public hearing the 12th? Is it, the 13th?
That's the 12th, but then there's another, that's the tax rate vote meeting. There's another meeting next Tuesday, and I want to bring up some things there. I would like to terminate relationships where we're paying all of somebody's expenses and they're keeping all the profits. I think that will
give me an example.
CPEG occupying the West Piedmont Business Development Center. We give them $60,000 a year. We pay the utilities for that building. We maintain that building. They keep all the rent from all the tenants.
Got 3 votes?
So probably not because of the relationship-driven nature of this. People's friends take priority over doing what's right for the citizens, unfortunately. That's why you got to be careful who you vote for, guys. But that would be $100,000 swing in favor of the city if we had the people using the building pay the utilities and we kept the rent. All of a sudden, I found a way to pay for our lease in the BB&T building, or I found a way to pay to our move to one of these other buildings. We cannot accrue all these expenses and just keep on digging ourselves deeper in the financial hole.
We get a lot of calls about travel expenses with you guys.
Yeah. I have received written concerns about that with some specifics. I have, to be frank with you guys, I've FOIA'd the information.
Did you go to San Francisco?
Did I go to San Francisco? No, I did not go to San Francisco.
Chicago?
No.
Philadelphia?
No, I'm not aware. I was alerted about a D.C. trip.
The mayor says it's training.
Look,
He wanted to go to San Francisco.
here's the way I see this. First of all, to let you know a little bit about the state of things here, I've had to submit a FOIA request to get this information.
And you're having to pay for it. You're having to pay for it.
And I had to pay for it, $91. So that's where we're at right now.
Like, that sounds ridiculous.
Well, so when you hear words like transparency coming from some people, you might want to think about
What made
if
you
that's
pay?
sincere. I have an invoice from the city FOIA team. I'm not calling out any individuals, but I'm happy to share the emails with you. I'll share everything I get. It's public info. But the trips, here's how I see this with training. I work remotely from an Arizona-based company. I have employees in India, the UK, all over the country, Chicago, Austin, Texas. I mean, you pretty much name it. We all work remotely from our computers. What I think is most important right now is we need active leadership in this city, because I'm sure you've heard with your connections, things at City Hall are a little bit or a lot unstable. There's a lot of unhappy people. I don't think I'm telling you anything you have not heard. We need present leadership in the community. We do not need people out jet setting, staying at hotels, going out to nice luxury meals on our tax dollars. We need people here on the street solving problems. We could be using this time to find ways to build solar and reduce energy costs. We could be finding ways, I think big investments in housing are out of the question reputation-wise for the community right now, but we could try and do some smaller things. I mean, we could be doing something that's a little bit more, it's not sexy, but progressive and making some kind of movement in a good direction. I think money spent on traveling and training and that sort of stuff, in most cases, not all, is not very good use of time, especially if you have to go across the country and you're taking 4 or 5 people and it's $500 a night per person to stay, plus their meals, plus their flights. I mean, yeah.
I know it's. Here's one more question. We've heard that possibly the city manager's already gotten her increase. How can we find out?
When I get my FOIA documents, I will share what I find out with you. I've heard that as well.
All right.
That's got some legal issues there, I believe, if that's what's happened.
All right.
And some propriety issues and transparency issues.
Yeah. All right. Who's here? Okay,
Hey, guys, good?
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Have a good
Thank you.
night. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.